if they are perpendicular? Opposite reciprocal. So we finished 1 and 2 down here, correct? So because they had the same slopes, they were parallel. Because they were opposite reciprocal, they were perpendicular. So let's do 3 as a warm-up. Did y'all do 3 last week? Okay. Find the slope of AB and CD and tell me what kind of lines they make.
Graph paper to plot this.
No, you don't need the graph paper for this one. Do y'all get the same slopes as me? Well, are they parallel? Are they perpendicular? So guess what? They're neither. They're just 2 random lines. They're not parallel, they're not perpendicular, they're neither. Okay, so the rest of this lesson is just taking random scenarios and making them happen. So I had originally crossed out my 6. Don't cross out yours. It didn't fit on the graph. So that's why you have your graph paper. So let's do number 1 on your graph paper. Now it has to go through point 62. So when you're making your graph, you don't really need any of the negative quadrants, so you can kind of put your origin over on this side a little bit if you want to.
I like any of the negatives.
Do what?
Really like any negative.
You might need like 1 or 2, but... Okay, so here's what you know. You have a slope of 4, and it passes through point 62. So the first thing to do is just plot that point, and then make your slope based on it. So let's go to 6, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's your point. Now I want you to go to 2 different points to show a line that has a slope of 4. So that means you can either go up 4 and over 1, or you can also go down 4 and over 1. So that's number 1. You have a point and a slope, and you've plotted it. Okay, let's do number 2. 2 gets a little bit more complicated. You know that you have a point H, and it's 8, 5. So we have a line, and it's going to go through this point, but I want it to be perpendicular to line AG, which has points -5, 6, and -1, -2. So I have a line, AG, right here, and I have both of its points, and I want to go through line H, or through point H, where it's perpendicular. Well, what do I need to do first?
Plot point AG.
We could do that. Okay, we can do that. Let's go ahead and, so we have some big numbers, kind of. Okay, so you want to plot 0.85. I don't even know if I left enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's H, 8, 5. Let's go ahead and plot A and G as well. So here's H. I'm going to do it in two separate colors. So here's A, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's A. Now let's plot G. Alright, so I have line AG drawn. I have point H drawn. Now, if I'm going to make it perpendicular, of course, I could just draw a straight line. But I want it to be precise and exact. So what can I do to find the slope of this line? Of line H?
Don't you have to find the slope of AB first?
Right, you have to find the slope of AG first, and then it's going to be perpendicular, so I'll take the opposite reciprocal. So you have negative 2 minus 6 over negative 1 minus negative 5. Remember your slope formula. Negative 2 minus 6, negative 1 minus negative 5. So, I get a slope of negative 2, which is pretty accurate for my line. I used a ruler, so it was pretty accurate. Now, if the slope of AG is negative 2, what does the slope of this line need to be? 1/2. So, let's use very precise. Now, it's positive, but I need my line to go this way to be perpendicular. So I can go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, until they intersect. I'm actually going to go one further. There we go. Okay, try number 3. It's the same thing. What's the difference in number 3? Huh? It's parallel. That's the only difference. Is this number going up? I can't. Is it recording again? I can't see. Okay, I think it is. All right. So I plotted line LB, and I got a slope of 3.5. What about you? Okay. Well, here's C, because it said I wanted to go through point C. So I'm going to go up 3 over 5. And it doesn't tell me the other point name, so that's good. And then draw your parallel line.